Hollow Knight is an objectively bad game. The reason it is a bad game is because Hollow Knight is a limited game. I do not wish to be limited. You could only follow the story. If I wanted to challenge the final boss from the start, I could not. I am only as strong as the developers allow me. I wish to create more strength. Are viruses bad? Do they only destroy? Human endogenous retroviruses, a HERV, are part of us humans. Their functions vary, and I can only give a limited view of what DNA does. A HERV can help us create a viral response while in development. This could have given us and our ancestors a better chance at survival. Gene therapy, to my knowledge, is using viruses to make changes to our genetics. The effectiveness of this technology will increase when we understand more. Viruses do affect the computer, and maybe we can modify them. Gene therapy could be different in its effectiveness for computers. We know what code will do. Viruses could destroy the system like a Trojan horse. Tools are made with an intent to be used correctly, but a tool is not constrained by that. If you want to adapt tools to your needs, sometimes you risk breaking them. To change them, you use your skills and knowledge. And sometimes you fail, like in a video game. The first movie from the Bourne series that I saw was The Bourne Legacy. I liked the movie, but I thought the prequels also had to deal with the same things, the lab, the viruses, and the special medicine. That made researching Operation Outcome a little bit more difficult than I thought. Operation Outcome is a program to develop the best soldiers through other means than just training. They are trying to make super soldiers. And to do that in the movie, they use viruses. Part of the plot is that Aaron Cross needs to solidify his high intelligence he gained from taking the medicine. And in order to do that, he takes a virus that risks his life and becomes a changed man. The anime Sword Art Online is based on an imaginary VR game. The lead developer traps all users in the game with the removal of the logout button and the inclusion of death. After Kirito beat the game, the players were released into the real world. Kirito sparred with his sister using the skills earned in the game. He lost, but his skills were useful. Soccer is a sport. I like soccer. It has boundaries, like most games, but it also allows for complexity. Blue Lock is an anime about soccer. In this anime, talented young men enter a training center called the Blue Lock. The cost of admission is their soccer career. It feels like a soccer arms race. If they fail to pass the challenges, they are exiled, never to play soccer again. The ones who make it through this high-pressure environment are changed completely. Do you dare face a final boss that could brick your computer? For what? Knowledge? Fame? Or to test yourself? What is worth that risk? Is a game like that feasible? Are you prepared to climb without a rope? Do you gather knowledge with no uses? Do you go stronger with no function? Are the consequences not high enough to feel desperate? I want to win, but I am prepared to lose. If you take risks, you can lose. Time moves forward and cause and effect exist. You have a chance to destroy your progress when you play for real. I am no great person. I do not have the skills to make this game yet. A game of this dark depth and small support will not be made by a company with a future. It's like crossing an abyss by merely leaping over it. This game is not for regular people. Ed Bolian from VinWiki describes selling Lotus cars with the sentiment of ignoring instinct. They are not buying Lotus cars for comfort. They want something rough around the edges. They don't want something that's easy to drive. They want a race car. I don't want a low-stakes game. I want a game that allows me to reach for something that does not exist yet. I want a game without end. I am trying to make a game. I am not an elite programmer. I am trying to solve problems that I have. I am learning about what has been achieved. There is still a lot I do not know. I may never be able to execute this idea, but I may be able to inspire people for my own benefit.